in Facundo Torres, who can find a way to get him the ball. They also said they need more offensive-minded folks in the attack. You got to build on the opportunities created for him. Tomas Chancalay, a huge addition to combine and play make and create with Joaquin Pereira. Longwane is going to be pushing.
Black Cowboys and Cowgirls in Texas. And here in Travis County, two Western playoff teams a year ago. 2 of the last 3 years they've opened the season in this stadium. They spring it wide to Nelson. Torres spirals a corner. That's coming off of Boxel.
That's perfect movement from Facundo Torres right there. One touch to find the space on the outside, then it receives the ball back from Jaden Nelson. Another 1-2 combination play. So good at reading the play, understanding when to play 1-2 touch, when to find those pockets of space, when he can turn and take somebody on. Already Facundo Torres making a mark on this match.
And this corner set piece for Austin, where Torres had back-to-back 14-goal seasons with Orlando before departing. Driven in and headed home, Heinz Ike. Austin giving Minnesota a little bit of their own set-piece medicine, 1-0.
Assertiveness. He makes a little run around, loses his mark, and it's Michael Boxall, who I believe is marking Gallagher right there. And instead, it's Heinz Ike who comes flying in and just drives this home with authority. Nothing Drake Callender can do about it. Tremendous service as well from Facundo Torres.
Verde and Black's man for all seasons, multiple positions. Off the long throw. Well, they already stole the recipe once. Minnesota United so good at set-piece throws for goals. Heinz Ike was getting greedy. Callender. Gonna crumple on the jump high into Pereira. Top assistant for Cameron Dole's staff. Pereira. Marcanic and Chancalay. Good numbers here, and Chancalay has the extremities of Stuver prevent the tying goal.
I think that's a great effort by Chancalay. He picks his spot. He's aiming for that back post, side netting. He sees a little window of opportunity. Marcanic and Chancalay are still having a conversation, and I'm not sure what Marcanic is upset about, because I think that was a great chance. It forced Stuver into goal. You get a set piece out of it, and they've hardly taken a shot tonight. You can't score if you don't shoot. I like the chance there from Chancalay.
Get a corner out of it. Ripped across, and it falls in. Duggan and the Loons do it again on a restart. 1-1.
Look at where Duggan starts his run. Elie, he's trying to stay with him, but he does well to kind of come off of his mark. He comes behind Kolmanich and finds himself in a position, and right through the wickets, I believe, of Brad Stuver. Here's a great angle, right through the legs with the traffic in front. But that was created because Chancalay took the shot. It created.
And this is the goal scorer, Duggan. Boxel with a lift from Marcanic. What control by Yeboah! What a better save by Stuver!
Lifted over the top from Michael Boxel. Perfectly weighted. How about Marcanic just rising over his defender?
Long lob from Gallagher. There's plenty who might say there's someone who's going to wear a 10 shirt relatively soon that might change that whole complexion. Holding the skeleton key to maybe unlock those defenses with a little bit more comfort when they are in possession. But that's Austin's game at the moment. And Gallagher slips around Longwane. Found by Torres. Callender has to come up big for the first time in this second half. This exclusive NetCam replay is brought to you by AT&T Calendar. Rosales and Pereira now. Trapp keeping an eye on his former teammate. Almost 2/3 of the way home on opening night. Center backs the goal scorers in the first half. Nelson drives it in. Falls across to Gallagher. Calendar. Set piece goals have been the trend in this game. Here's another opportunity. The initial clearance back to Rosales. Robert Taylor will run over. And the throw right back in play from Austin. The cleanest of touches from Marcanic. The matchday live scores are presented by AT&T. Nashville pouring it on New England. Scoreless in that big matchup to start the season. LAFC in Miami. Here's Taylor across. The header from Gallagher. Finish to the end. Austin in front.
Great service by Robert Taylor as well. He picks his head up.
Carve it out. It's Austin back in the lead.
There's the service, clip to the back post. Minnesota for a second was looking like they wanted an offside, maybe on Mirto Ozuni, as it does go off his thigh to go in. Great header on the back post by Gallagher, down to the ground, forcing some uncertainty there as it pops up. And Mirto Ozuni just steers it in.
Feathered across the front by Gallagher. So Mirto Ozuni, who had 5 goals, 5 of his 6 in the last 10 games of the regular season. Now that Kindred had to do with how Owen Wolf started to emerge and the free-flowing nature of how those two operated. It's a big responsibility, and Ozuni wants to shine, and he's obviously got to do it early on still without Vasquez in the lineup. That long throw where the Loons can be so deadly and nearly put in their second with Chonkalai. Taylor, good clip upfield for Torres. Goes right back to Taylor. Taylor's ball deflected, and Pereira hits a missile, and Calendar's ready for it.
He gets his head up. Boxall has to come out and put the pressure on the ball there. As Carlos Harvey was stepping up in the moment, Pereira catches it.
$1 to his name with his family when they wandered out of Albania to Greece when he was 10 years old. Couldn't obtain a visa. Carved his way through clubs in Albania before he got his break in Croatia. The difference in the game right now. Torres wanted to seal the 3. Taylor for Torres. Can't continue that triangle. Thumbs up on the Facu Torres debut tonight for Austin.
Absolutely, and much longer than I was expecting him to be able to go. 89th minute, still on the pitch. I believe his number was originally on the board to be subbed out, but Nico Estevez held the subs. And Robert Taylor has been grimacing in pain over the last few minutes. He's jogging back, but maybe Estevez is trying to see if he's going to change.
But Elford up for Yeboah! Levels for the Loons in the final moments of regulation.
Until too late. Gallagher not close enough to block it. Look at him just striding forward, but Elford taking a look. trying to find his moment, his opportunity. Yeboah reads it all the way, unmarked on the backside of Kulmanic, who's been so good tonight. And he doesn't get on the right side of Yeboah, who comes in wide open on the back post for a header. Tremendous service by Padelford as well, coming on late in this game as a sub.
Minnesota wants to bring some havoc. Past the allotted 3. And no more. Opening night comes to a close here in Austin.